I have so much to say, and I feel like I'm beginning to find the avenue to express myself or vent, and it gives me so much joy. But I want to ask, have you experienced or seen how weird it gets when you explain how you feel to people? Have you noticed that how offended people get when you are able to express how you feel? Why? Answer: because people just don't like being told the truth. Remember, truth is subjective. I think that's how they say that. Because we have different perspectives. But when it comes to me, when we're talking about me, my truth is my truth. You can't tell me my truth. Do you know how ridiculous that sounds? You can't tell me my truth. You can't tell me that I'm not scared when I am terrified. You can't tell me, like, for example, I remember when I had a surgery in 2023. I remember a friend of mine. I looked at the palm of my hands and they were white. Like you put it close to something, they were like pale because I was losing so much blood. And I called her and I told her, and she said, "Oh, by the way, I'm Nigerian." And Nigerians are a very special set of people. It's only God that knows why He sent me to Nigeria as a citizen there. But hey, that's a story for another day. So I told her that I feel weird because I'll pinch myself. I couldn't feel my skin. I pinched my scalp. You know how you scratch? I couldn't feel any itch. I couldn't feel the scratch. I knew something was wrong. My friend told me that it was in my head. Oh, you're compounding your problems. It's all in your head. I hung up on her and I called another friend of mine who happens to be a nurse, and she asked me to take myself to the ER or call the ambulance. The summary of this, at the end of the day, when it was after my test results came out, I believe the ratio of blood levels in females is about 11 point something. I had only about 4 point something, or between 3 point something and 6 point something. Let me leave it at that. Because the rush of the nurses and the doctors towards me told me something was egregiously wrong. And eventually they told me they don't know how I was still standing or still conscious. Then they put in a blood transfusion. I thank God that I'm still here and alive. But at the end of that experience, I took a photo. I had taken a photo of my palm before the blood transfusion, and I took another photo of my palm afterwards. I did it side by side. And then I remember I had asked the nurse to please take a photo of me because I've also observed that people don't believe you if you don't have photos to prove things. So I had told the nurse to please take a photo of me. So with that photo and side by side photos of my palm, I sent it to her. She started to call me. I think I was asleep, or I don't remember exactly how I missed her calls, but I called her back. Either she was at work and cut off and said, "I'll call you back." But the next day, she appeared at my apartment, with food, vegetables, things to build blood. It took the grace of God for me not to burst out laughing because I had stitches from here to here. I had a cut on my incision. So, moral of the story: we need to normalize not shutting people down when they're explaining their feelings to you. When you're explaining your feelings to someone, don't let them stifle you or shut you down. Luckily for me, I am blessed with some sort of courage to always say how I feel. You don't have to like it, but you're damn sure you're going to hear it. Especially you caused me some pain. I will tell you how I feel. You will not escape it. I always tell people that I regurgitate whatever you give me. So you want kindness from me, show me kindness. You want hatred from me? That one will be a little difficult for me to show you some hatred because it's not what I'm used to. And I've also trained myself to the point where I can only exude love. But the point is, I double whatever you give me. You can't keep draining me. I'm taking from me without refilling me or replacing me. Where am I going to get the remaining ones from? So please normalize not letting people shut you up or shut you down when you're explaining yourself to them. Do you understand? You hear me?